Good afternoon. I am Agent Reese of Anglesey. I am operating on the authority of King Emilius Claudius Britannicus and Queen Isabel Atwill of Ealdormere. For the record, can you please state your full name and title?
I'm Magistra Nicolaa de Bracton, otherwise known as the Ealdormere Kingdom Lawspeaker.
Thank you, Magistra. Do you have any idea why I've requested to interview you today?
Well, I think it must have something to do with a certain case that was brought to me. I had heard that we were needing to appoint some investigators because some dealings seemed to be shading around the disappearance of a certain baron from Skraeling Althing. And being Lawspeaker, of course, anything involving justice and shady dealings is something that is often brought to my attention. So I was told about this ahead of time, and I recommended that perhaps some investigators should be appointed to look at this matter.
Absolutely. Just for the sake of due diligence, where were you on the day of the disappearance, that being September 6th, 2020?
September 6th, 7526, you mean?
Yes, yeah. That is right.
Yeah, 7526. Well, I was busy transcribing all of the minutes from the last moot, which was held several months ago, into all of the languages of Ealdormere. And as you can imagine, this is a process that takes months and months. And although I am learned in many languages, some of the languages are a bit obscure. I'm currently working on Estonian. After that, I think I'll be moving to Mongol. So it's a process that's very time intensive and kind of picky because languages are like that. They're a little bit different. It's hard to say things like Ealdormere and Mongol and such.
Of course, they all have their own little quirks.
Yep.
Is there anyone who can confirm your whereabouts?
Well, it's something that the king and queen certainly knew about because it's their moot. And they knew that this is one of my jobs as Lawspeaker, to be able to do that. You might talk to, there's a gentleman named Von Vonich as well. I know him. He's a good guy. I had some dealings with him. He could probably confirm.
Okay.
And his brother, Von Borosovich. No, they're not brothers. They're cousins. But Gleb is the, well, okay. Never mind. Okay.
All right. How do you know Baron Davith?
Well, Baron Davith is one of His Majesty's faithful vassals. He holds the barony of Skraeling Althing in fief from their majesties, and as such, he has very important duties and such to uphold their majesty's reign and to be faithful, and there's oaths sworn and all of that kind of thing. Of course, as Lawspeaker, I don't know anything about oaths. I'm not in fealty to anyone.
It's true. Only to yourself and to the law.
Absolutely. And the people of Ealdormere.
Of course. Where did you last see Baron Davith?
The last time I saw Baron Davith, I'm trying to think when that actually was. It's been a very long time. I think I saw him outside one of the halls, hanging about, looking for his missing rabbit. They seem to have this thing about bunnies and Skraeling Althing. It's very strange. And hanging about in the back, and I'm not quite sure what he was doing back there. It was kind of suspicious, but I think I heard somebody say he was looking for a bunny.
And was this on September 6th?
Yep.
Ah, okay. All right. Did you see if the Baron was with anyone?
Well, his Baroness is usually around, and you know, sometimes I get a little bit nervous about her. She's kind of dicey. You know, I'm not sure about that. I keep hearing her talking about fabric, and I don't think Davith likes her shopping for fabric. So
Is she a splurger?
Yeah.
All right. How you said that Baron Davith was acting a little suspicious. What makes you say that? Was he scared or?
Well, he was looking around him, all, kind of like looking everywhere, looking this way and that. Oh, wait, sorry. There's
Oh,
something on my
what's
hands.
that
It's
on
kind
your
of
hands?
red here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't come off. It's really annoying.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was looking around kind of furtively as if he was expecting someone to come out of the bushes
Mm.
or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's a little suspicious, and that's one of the reasons. He said he was looking for the bunny, but I don't know if that's like a metaphorical bunny or just a
Well, that
bunny.
is the symbol of Skrelling Aldings.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that.
Hmm. Going back to your hands, why are your hands all red? How
Oh,
did that happen?
I was busy. Helping Gleb do some necessary work.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it was paint. Yeah, that's it. It's paint.
Paint. Okay. Oh, all right. Can you think of anyone who would hold a grudge against Baron Davith?
Well, lots of people hold grudges against him. That's one thing. It's all these little petty disputes that I hear of, all kinds of rumors and things like that.
Of course, as
Like,
Lawspeaker.
yeah. Apparently, there's this jealousy thing going between Elfwin and Elfwin as Davith's current Laurel, and Evan is also apprenticed to her and might be a little jealous and wants her all to himself. There's that. I heard about that one. And he picked on Richard Larmer's garb. And Richard is really, really, really sensitive about his clothing. He's always on about how 14th century he is and how his legs look so good and things like that. And Davith went the last time I saw that happen. And yeah, there's a little bit of bad blood happening there.
How did Richard take that?
He was kind of just went, like that. Like he took it well, but I know he's sensitive about that as well. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors about Davith bad-mouthing his neighbors in the north. So Thorstein is another one. Thorstein's up there in the Northern Shire, the Ubershire, and that's not very nice to pick on your neighbors about what the nickel mines look like up there, or any of those other things that are in the north and things like that. Now, I happen to like the north, so I'm a little sensitive to that as well. But yeah, and things like that. I also heard a rumor about Avalon, like Davith stole her last sweet roll. There's all these wonderful rumors floating around. And even the Kingdom Herald was put out because Avalon was one of her heralds, and when they got their property, suddenly she couldn't be the herald anymore, and Rylan was annoyed by that. Rylan is always looking for new heralds to give jobs to.
Yes.
So a lot of rumors floating around about these things.
Yes, indeed.
It's hard as Lawspeaker to sort out all the rumors. So these are just gossip. I don't have proof of any of these things. They're just things that people tell me, or Yvonne or Gleb tell me about what's going on around the kingdom and things like that. So,
well, definitely something that we can look into.
Yeah.
Do you know why somebody would do this? What possible motive could someone do or have to abduct His Excellency?
I think they probably want to make themselves look good. Might be one of those cases where somebody just wants to make themselves say, hey, I've got the power and I can use it. So there might be a lot of excuses why they would do it, but I think that's probably why somebody would do it. Make themselves look good, make themselves big, make themselves the powerful ones. Maybe tell the king and queen, hey, we can do this to your baron. What else can we do?
Definitely, a power play is a
Yeah.
possibility. Mhm. Finally, what do you think should happen to the person who did this?
Well, being Lawspeaker, they should be punished by the full extent of the law in Ealdormere. That's absolutely that. And I'm the expert in that law. There's a variety of sanctions that can be applied and such. And I could certainly recommend what those would be. Of course, it would be Their Majesty's job to carry out those sanctions. But there's certainly kidnapping a prominent member of the royal family, the
Mm,
extended royal family of Ealdormere, is something that should be taken very, very, very seriously. And that person, I mean, they could be exiled from the kingdom or punished by making them take a job that nobody else wants to take. That's always a great punishment. Make them serve the king, or take away all of their noble titles and turn them into a peasant. That would
mhm.
be a good thing to do to somebody who was guilty.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could be done, but it should be as per the law of Ealdormere, and that's the way we do justice.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to this interview, Magister Nicolaa. The Crown definitely appreciates your cooperation.
My pleasure. And if there's anything else I can do, if you need a point of law clarified, I'll just be in my little house over there working on that Mongolian translation after I finish the Estonian.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you. Enjoy.